The harsh reality is that you don't love yourself enough. You know it, and I know it, and it shows. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to cultivate more self-love in your everyday life. And I'm telling you right now that if you practice more self-love every single day, and it doesn't even have to be every single day, but it'll be more powerful if it is every single day, then you will automatically become more confident, more attractive, more magnetic, and attract your desires with more ease. Let's get right into it. Number one, it is so important that you realize your worth, because if you don't, then everything I'm about to say and everything in this video is going to go in one ear and out the other. If you don't think you're worthy of self-love, I am here to tell you that you are, but I can say that all day to you, but you have to be the one that truly believes that. And once you believe that, you can start tapping in to your new and highest potential. So let's continue. And the main problem with not thinking that you're worthy enough is that if you have this self-doubt because you don't think you're worthy enough, then you won't prioritize putting in the time and the effort that it takes to cultivate more self-love. If it's not a priority in your life, then you're just not going to do it. But once you realize that you are worthy, then you will naturally just start putting in the work and doing everything that it takes to become more magnetic, to become more confident, and start becoming the highest version of yourself. Now we're on to the second step, and the whole premise behind this one is that you might say that you're worthy now, but you might forget it. So we're gonna make sure that you do not forget your worth. How you're gonna do it is making positive self-talk a habit. We're gonna kick your bad habit of negative self-talk. Don't be hard on yourself, because literally almost everyone talks bad about themselves in their own head. At least some of the time. I do it, everyone around me does it. It's just really hard to break that habit once you've been doing it for so many years. But once you realize that you're doing it and realize the frequency at which you're doing it, then you can start to create that awareness in your mind. It's the awareness that brings about change. Negative beliefs about the self can be detrimental to your life. I'm going to give you a scenario between the difference of outcomes in positive self-talk and negative self-talk. Let's just say you go to a job interview and you talk negatively to yourself. You're like, I'm so stupid. What if I say something wrong? What if it's awkward? What if they don't like me? I'm so awkward. There's no way that I make this interview not awkward. When you talk to yourself in this way, it can sometimes be likely that the scenarios you're putting in your head actually come to fruition. If you think an interaction is going to be awkward and that's constantly on your mind, then odds are it probably will be awkward. Or if you say to yourself, this position is too good to be true, I don't deserve this position, then you're not going to be as confident going into that interview. And most people can pick up on the energy and the vibes that you bring to the table upon first impressions. So if you're very low energy and you're talking to yourself negatively and you're going into the interview with a negative mindset, then odds are the person who is interviewing you is going to catch on to that. Now let's talk about the opposite scenario. If you go into the job interview, you tell yourself, I can do this. I am strong. I am liked by everyone. I deserve this position. I am worthy of this position. Or whatever it may be, then you are more likely to have confidence, and you are more likely to show that confidence to others, especially the person who's interviewing you. A lot of the times people admire confidence, so that confidence could be the reason why you get the job. But with that scenario being laid out, I hope that you can truly understand how important positive self-talk is and how it can change certain situations for the better and provide better outcomes in your life. My absolute favorite way to make sure that I know my worth is through affirmations. There are two different ways that I like to practice affirmations. One of the easiest ways I know how is to look up a YouTube video. You can literally search up self-love affirmations, confidence affirmations, and there are tons of videos out there ranging from just a few minutes to 10 to 15 minutes. You can either watch these while you get ready, while you're making dinner, literally any time of the day. You don't even have to repeat these affirmations out loud. You can just follow along with the video and make sure you're listening, because your subconscious will take in that information. The more and more you do it, then the more and more it'll be in your head. And when you're in certain scenarios, when you need more confidence, then you can repeat these affirmations to yourself. Personally, I like to habit stack, so I will be washing my face in the morning and I have a list of affirmations that I can either say out loud or say in my head, or in the morning when I'm doing my makeup, I also have another list of affirmations printed out and put on my mirror so that while I'm getting ready, I can say those positive affirmations, and I'm not creating a new habit, I'm just habit stacking. While I'm doing a habit that I do every single day, like washing my face in the morning or doing my makeup, I can say those affirmations while I'm already doing something that I normally do every single day. And this just makes it more likely that I'm going to actually stick to saying the affirmations and practice it in my daily life. Now we're on to the third step, and the third step is to treat your body as if it is a temple and nourish it and love it accordingly. This just means that you should choose to do things that uplift and nourish your body instead of tearing it down. This can be as simple as saying no to having an excess of sugar because you know that it spikes your cortisol and makes you feel icky afterwards, or makes you break out and causes gut issues. And another thing you can do is make sure to move your body. Try to get some form of movement or exercise. This could be yoga, going on a walk, lifting weights, whatever you like to do. Just make sure you are getting some movement in, and even better if you're getting sunlight at the same time, so going on an outdoor walk or run. If you don't like cardio, then another great way to get movement in is yoga. I absolutely love yoga because of how relaxing it is and how easy it is. And the way I implement this is every single morning, as soon as I wake up, I don't get on my phone. I get up, get into my floor while I'm still in my pajamas. I don't need any fancy outfits or yoga mat to do this, but I get in my floor and I go through a 10 to 15 minute yoga flow to help me wake up and stretch and get out all the crooks from sleeping. My back and neck are always so tight whenever I wake up, so I like to stretch them out, and this just overall improves my day. It helps me to better flow throughout the day without holding in that painful energy in my back and neck. I like to do this every morning because I'm not committing to a full 30-minute routine. You don't even need a mat, you don't need any clothes. Just get on the floor, do some yoga poses. If you're not very familiar with yoga, you can always just look up a short 5 to 10 minute YouTube video and do that yoga, or just stretch your body however it helps you. Another thing you can do to nourish your body is when you're at the grocery store, make a conscious effort to buy and eat more whole foods and less ultra processed snacks that ultimately do more harm than good. There's so many resources out there on social media and the internet of teaching people how to read ingredient labels and how to pick foods that will nourish your body instead of tear it down. So I highly recommend looking at those and searching more into it if you want to learn how to treat your body better. If you make an effort to treat your body better and nourish it, I promise you that you will feel like a brand new person. Your energy will come back, your spark will come back, you will have so much more energy to do the things that you actually want to do, and it can honestly change your life. Now we're on to step number 4. Now that we've covered your mind and your body, we need to talk about your environment and also your daily habits, whether good or bad. I want you to take a step back and really analyze your environment. Are there things in your environment that you could take out or replace to make you feel more at peace? Are there people you spend time with who are draining you and not uplifting you? Are there people you spend time with that are toxic? Now, I'm not saying you have to cut these people out of your life completely, but you can realize the impact that these people could possibly have on you and your energy, and consciously choose to spend less time with them. I want you to ask yourself if doom scrolling is taking up too much of your time. This is a more modern problem that I think a lot of people in their 20s and probably even 30s and definitely their teens deal with. I struggle with this. We've all been there. It's at night, you're in your bed, and suddenly it's 1 a.m. and you're like, I did not know how long I'd been doom scrolling. And sometimes this can even lead to comparing yourself on social media to other users, or seeing content that makes you angry and get worked up. So if you do struggle with this, some tips that I have for that is to set a timer on your phone or give the app a time limit so that you're more aware of how much time you actually do spend on the app. Because I know we've all been there where we go to our settings and we check our screen time and we are just absolutely blown away by the amount of time we spend on our phone and on certain apps. I've been there, and setting a time limit just makes you more aware of your behaviors. Another thing that I've personally done is unfollow all of the accounts that don't inspire you, don't educate you, or provide you with some type of value. Because personally, I would follow celebrities because I thought they were beautiful and I wanted to keep up on their life. But internally, I was just comparing myself to them constantly and being like, why doesn't my hair look like that? Why isn't my waist that skinny? I wish I was as fit as her, or whatever it may be. But if you do this, I want you to recognize it and just unfollow the accounts. And when I did this, it truly changed the way that I view social media and use it, because once I got rid of all those negative influences or seeing things that made me talk negatively to myself, just unfollowing all the accounts that didn't inspire, educate, or provide me with value, it absolutely made social media such a more positive and uplifting space. The last and final step, step 5, you have to make self-love a priority. If you don't make self-love a priority, then you're just not gonna take the necessary steps to cultivate more of it in your life and truly integrate it into your systems and your daily routines. And that's just the way any habit works. If working out is not a priority to you, then you're not gonna do it. If eating healthy isn't a priority to you, then you're not gonna do it. So truly making self-love and self-care a priority is really gonna change your outlook, and it'll help you to be more willing to do all these things and actually improve your life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are inspired to make a positive change in your life. And if so, you can subscribe to me and follow me on social media. I will have all my social media linked in my bio so that you can see more positive and uplifting content from me. Thanks for watching.